Systematic change for the betterment of students and the betterment of student life is what I'm all about.
I am here because there are people out there who trusted me to be their voice, and that's what I do.
My passions for advocacy and civic engagement are what brought me to my role as student trustee.
I want to help people. That's my main priority. I want to help people. That's always been my goal. Becoming a student trustee was something that was a long time coming for me. It was a natural progression of everything that I was doing. It started in elementary school. I was always involved in leadership activities, Me to We, any leadership group. I was somewhat of a student ambassador at my elementary school. When I arrived at my high school, Brock High School in grade 9, I immediately ran for our grade 9 representative at our school. Did that for a year. Then in grade 10, I moved to the vice prime minister of the student council at the school, doing more activities, taking on more of a leadership role. And I've always been really passionate about having student voice empowered and having student voice heard and doing as many things as possible for student voice to be heard. So when it came to the next year, I decided to run for student trustee. My family is always very supportive of everything I'm doing, and I really appreciate that. And everyone around me has always been very supportive of everything I do, and I really appreciate them for that. Students right now are talking a lot about mental health, how they can feel more welcome in the classroom. Along with that, equity. People are very concerned about all students having equitable access to opportunities. Every student across our board, I want their student voice to be heard.
I've always had a passion for helping people, and so it started off very young. When I was in elementary school, it was fundraising. It was seeing people in need and seeing what you could do to be and make a difference. And so when I got into high school, I joined my student parliament. And I discovered that, I could speak and I could interact with people, and the skills I brought to the table could be used to make a difference in other people's lives. That passion for people kind of led me to this role, and so I like public speaking, I like discussing policy, and so those are parts of my job that kind of work together to really put me here where I am today. There's a lot of differing needs, I would say. Every student, no matter where you look, no matter what the issue is, everyone's facing difficulties, and everyone needs something that will kind of not remove those difficulties, but enable them to keep pushing despite those difficulties. And that ties into well-being, that ties into student voice. In that respect, we have to recognize the humanity of one another. In a climate where maybe you don't agree, it's incredibly important to realize that we're all working towards the same goal. And so understanding that means that when there's difficulties, you can address them and you can be part of a productive solution. My message for students in particular would be that the entire education system was made to enable students to thrive. And maybe the system isn't perfect, but that's why we're here. We're here to make it better. We're here to be part of a solution together. And so I'd say always believe that you can make a difference, because it takes some people with crazy ideas to change the world. It's happened before and it will happen again. It will be the people who don't quit and who keep pushing forth that will make the biggest impact. So keep making grassroots efforts, keep pushing for what you believe in. It's important that you do so.
Growing up, my parents always instilled in me the importance of leading the change that is necessary. And they always told me that if you perceive a need in your community, don't wait for somebody else to take action. You be that first person to stand up for what you believe in and for the people around you. I do my best to advocate for all students because I believe that equity should be the focal point and the starting place for anything that we do as a board. There is a quote by Arundhati Roy, and it says that there is no such thing as the voiceless, only the intentionally silenced and the preferably unheard. And this is something that I live by. Advocacy is my passion. And so for me, being a student leader and a student advocate, I try to go out of my way to find those students who maybe don't feel that their voices are valued and really make them feel that we are listening and we do care. The power of representation is undeniable, and it's the reason that I am a student trustee today, because I could look to leadership and see myself reflected in the people that were there. And if I can represent a strong, racialized female who is not allowing stereotypes or prejudices to hold her back from achieving or striving to achieve her goals, I believe that I can be doing a small amount of good at this board and in my community at large. I think that whatever you do, putting your values and your lived experiences into it will benefit you. Anything that you feel passionate about, that makes you have a certain drive, that is what you should focus on. So I know for me, what's inspired me to pursue a role as student trustee is because that's where my values and my lived experiences led me. And wherever your passions and your drives lead you, follow them, because that's where you're going to make the most impact.
My name is Tyler West.
My name is Sally Meseret.
My name is Risann Wright. We are your Durham District School Board student trustees, and these are our stories.